handle. I would love to hear from you. So tell me where you are watching the show from. Plus, if you have any questions for me or for my guests, I would love for you to send them through on Twitter, on Threads. By the way, like I said, we are everywhere. Listen, we have to. All right, so now Short from Africa, a renowned film and theater company based here in Nairobi, have yet another amazing production that is out. And we've got nice Githinji, founder, director, producer, actress, MC, just all-round hustler, who's here to tell us more. Nyokabi, Macharia as well, who's the other co-founder. They're the teams. It's the couple. And we have John Kararahe as well joining us. Hey, guys.
Hey. Hello.
This is so cool. You guys took time and you wanted to spend Friday night with me.
Yes.
This is the plan. This was your plan for Friday.
This is it. Yeah? In Abamba.
You had me say Threads, babe. We are moving. The apps are
I was very surprised, like, already.
Yeah. Already. People joined on Thursday, which is
when it was. And apparently, like, they have 70 million people already.
Yeah. Kuna watu 70 million atunanga vitu za kufanya. Tuko tu hapa tunangoja because
what happens?
Let me tell you,
that's how to get this generation, right?
Because there's of course we don't read. You know, you always agree, apply all, agree. You don't know what you're signing. They're like, and when you're 42, you give us your kidney. You're like, oh my gosh, you don't know. But when you delete the Threads app, you also delete your Instagram. What? That's why they catch you. Yeah, so you just sort of like leave it there, I guess, and yeah.
So
you have people never read through.
I mean,
can't be retracted.
So none of you are on it.
No, we are. I mean,
I joined it today.
Just before we came here.
Yeah, you got to be on it. Yeah. John is still trying to catch up with TikTok.
Actually, that's true.
Are you on TikTok?
I am.
Oh, you are? Okay.
He's actually very tech savvy. Yeah, this one. I don't know what has in
I was born a hacker.
You were born a hacker?
Well,
you're one of those
tech
guys.
is always a way of being able to teach you to look into deeper things. So I'm always learning.
Yeah,
I enjoy learning. So
yeah.
I'm always doing that. So
yeah.
So I've heard Threads now. Now I'm going to go and try and
figure
out what's going on, how I can use it. Yeah.
So it's like a positive Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if other countries.
What does that mean?
Like, you know, they'll have better community guidelines.
Right.
It'll just be, because I feel like Twitter thrives on the negativity. Like if I diss Nyokabi, that's when my, you know, I'll have the most retweets and the most saves or whatever. I don't know what happens.
So the algorithm doesn't push that.
Yeah, it doesn't push that kind of content. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be negative. It can be positive. Right, guys. Okay.
It's ready.
I just heard somebody dissing Twitter.
Yeah.
That's my favorite app.
With Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
John.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's really active on Twitter.
Yeah, very active. 24 hours. It's one of the best apps I've ever found. Other ones you have to keep thinking about, are people awake, what, you know. With Twitter you can communicate with the world at any time of the day.
That is true. Because TikTok also doesn't feel like that. You feel like you should...
There's certain hours. WhatsApp, certain hours. Instagram, certain hours. Especially with these two, with their promotional material. Yeah. Send this out at this time, send this one out at this time.
It's not the same on Twitter. What's your favorite app, Nice? Do you have any apps that you like? Okay, Instagram. Yeah. I find Instagram. Is in your cafe?
Instagram.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I am loving TikTok right now, but Instagram was my app for the longest time.
Also, you're on TikTok more now.
I am. I love it so much. Once you understand just how it works, you can find whoever you're looking for.
That's
and
true.
whatever
and it's very
content.
educational.
It's
like education
TikTok
makes
me feel the need to perform. So I'm like downloading things, learning lines. It's a rehearsal all over again. So yeah,
that is true, and everyone is so talented.
Karaoke nightmare. That one.
Anyway, no, they're not here to talk about apps. Okay, they're not here to talk about the apps. We're actually here to talk about Graveyard Queens. Tell me about Graveyard Queens.
So Graveyard Queens is a story about 3 African women who brought together. Their friendship becomes tighter after the loss of their husbands who were best friends. Yeah. And so ideally the story is just about them navigating loss and figuring out what it is to grieve and what it is to move on, you know. So we have one character that absolutely cannot imagine the thought of being with another man, thinks that this will mean I've forgotten my husband. There's another one called Ida that is ready to move on. She's practical about it and thinks, okay, I buried him, so maybe I have time to love again. And then there's this other one called Tabi, played with Mudhoniga Desha, who ship sailed. Her, she already moved on, and she's dating and she's seeing other people. So it's just about, it has a lot to do with conflicts of, you know, how society perceives you as a mature woman when it comes to grieving and moving on and marrying again. There's a lot of sisterhood, themes on sisterhood, and yeah, it's a really beautiful story.
Yeah. You know, it's something I had never thought about until I was, you know, as I was going through the script, and I was like, wow, I've never thought about the double standards. Because even when, and I'm so sure at some point maybe one of you has ever experienced this, but even when the wife is unwell or you can tell she's not going to make it, they've already started talking to him about, you know, I mean, you know, for the children, you need to move on. And for the wife, when you become the widower, stay for them and a day you should just never move. I've never thought about it before.
Exactly.
There's
a thing, stigma with regards to that. And it's interesting how another conversation that came up, we had a preview performance, was about ageism as well, where older characters are always portrayed as lifeless, or they're just about to die, or just things are not going well with their lives, which was interesting to explore. And hearing people speak about it as a younger person was so hard-hitting, because we're going to reach there, and I don't want someone to look at me thinking, oh my God, this person cannot even operate and stuff like that.
1 foot in the grave.
Yeah, and he also had an encounter with someone who was doing like wardrobe and stuff. And do you want to
tell us, John, what happened?
So he brought in an outfit, and I was told that this was meant to be the outfit I was supposed to wear to go for a wedding. And Nice gave it to me and instructed me as director, producer, go and change and wear this outfit. And I knew from the outset, this is a disaster. And I came back looking like that disaster. And they were surprised. And I was saying, I wouldn't even dress like this to go to court. But the guy's response was, the character is 60 years old. This is what a 60-year-old would dress like. Well, sorry.
He's 60.
He's 60 and looking like a daddy.
And I wouldn't dress like that.
It's an assumption that they're done with their lives. They're, you know, we're waiting to bury them. You have nothing else to look forward to.
It is unfortunate, and that's why this is such a good show. It's not young people playing older people. We're doing it ourselves. The average age of the cast is between 56 to 60 something. I hope I'm not messing up anything by mentioning that, but that's what it is. So we're older. Doesn't mean we can't learn. We're ready to learn, and we're out there. We're in those spaces, and we're learning also and feeding off the energy that you guys have as well.
Not everyone shares the same perspective. A lot of people don't look to learn. This has probably happened to you. You walk in somewhere and they judge you and they think, what could this young girl really know?
The older people looking down. Which is unfortunate, because if you see the energy that these guys have, that's been the most inspirational thing I've seen so far. And if you don't leave it to them to be able to take this space forward in theatre, you know, who else is going to do it?
Who else is going to do it?
So it's been good.
It's been good?
Yeah.
What drew you to film and TV? Because you sound like you should have been a techie, proper techie.
Techie was just an interest that I've had, but I grew up with a mother who was very perceptive. She picked up on me that I was into creative arts. We used to go and purchase music together from the music stores in Nairobi. So I grew up loving music. She took me to see The Sound of Music probably 7 times in the theater, in the cinema. So I grew up with an interest in that. However, Kenya being Kenya, it's practical to make people study an academic career, and so I got into law. That's what I went into. Now I'm getting a chance to do what I really feel I want to do, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow.
So.
Do you wish you did it earlier? Is it something that if you had the opportunity, you would have done it earlier, or okay?
I would have, but I don't think there's time for regrets, really. I mean, everything happened for a particular reason.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. He just seems like the type, right? He's like, no, it happened.
First of all, let me say that.
But you know, an interesting thing, the fact is that a lot of mature actors have been inspired by this cast. I remember when we did this photo shoot, we went back to the theater after rehearsals, after the shoot, and most women there were talking about how, I think even me once in a while I want to do a wardrobe revamp. I want to see myself looking in a hip way. So I think it's so inspirational to see these guys. I feel like they're still, you know, that we still remember them. They're still there, and it's important to note that we are because they did, the Mobi Kaigwas and the Modonigadeshas. So besides them being almost forgotten, we should remember that we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Yes, that is very true. From Mama Kayai to all of them, all of them paved the way.
And we didn't appreciate them when we had the chance to.
Yeah, I had the mushrooms, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I also felt the same when it comes to music. That I mean, they should be they should be living in like massive mansions and just enjoying retirement. But it's unfortunate we don't appreciate our creatives as much. Let's talk about this selection, the cast selection. How was that?
Oof, that was hard.
It was. It was quite because so we invited a couple of people who we thought would be great for the roles that are there. And we invited them for sort of a reading as opposed to an audition, because audition just adds the pressure and you don't want people, you want people at their best. So we invited them for a reading. And as these guys are reading and as we're going through the script, we're like pairing different people up. It is so interesting. We're like, oh my God, that's the one. And then this other one does, and we're like, no.
I think it's
the one. And then we go on and it's like, oh, damn, they're all so good. So we actually had such a hard time selecting this cast because all of them were just brilliant from the reading, right from the beginning of the reading till the selection process. But I feel like we got who was meant to be here because they've gelled in so well, and even in terms of like their life stories. Modoni Gadesha started her acting career at 50, and that for me was like what?
And Mombi Kaigwa started it at 10.
Exactly. So there's that contrast of like, there's this relatively new person, and this is her first time on stage, by the way, but that's Modoni Gadesha, but you can't even tell, and they have so much energy and vibrance, and in the rehearsal room, you're like, listen, I want to be 60 as well.
Oh, wow. John, how is it like for you? How is it like for you to work with all of these?
I said it earlier. It has been really inspirational. Just seeing the energy. Theater and what I'm used to are very different. I've done more TV and film, and theater was one of the things that I wanted to do. And this year, I hit a milestone. 2 things happened. I turned 60. And I also lost somebody who was really close to me. So, all of these, all of these things sort of came together, and I told myself I needed to do, and challenge myself to do something different. And I'm glad when I got the invite to come and do the reading, I had no idea how it would go. And this is a story that does, it gels, it's, you know, it may not have been written here, but it's a story that has those themes. What do you do when you hit a crossroads in your life? You know, grief, divorce, moving on, not moving on. Do you just sit back, or do you get out there and continue, get back on the horse, as it was? So
what can you say in Nyokabi was the most intriguing or compelling part about coming up with the script? She's saying that the script was not written yet. Was that, are we supposed to share that? I don't even know.
So it's an adaptation, and we're devising a lot in the rehearsal room. But in terms of what was exciting for me for the script, again, is, so for example, John's character has a romance brewing up with Carol Coach. And that is the most beautiful thing to see. Love and romance between mature people. It's cute, it's awkward, it's everything. And then also the relationship between the 3 women. I think the themes in this play are so universal. Anyone would relate to whatever is happening, because even if you haven't lost someone who is close to you, you've lost a job, you've lost something that was dear to your heart. And this is an interesting way to just mirror how we deal with losses, or how people get or move on differently. And so that for me was just like, we've got to do this. And aside from that, we're calling this the Legends Edition. Again, the cast members combined have at least 100 years of experience. I mean, if that is not a masterclass, I don't know what is a masterclass.
Usually.
Yeah. This is tumewekea tu masterclass ukuje uone this is what happens.
This is how to.
Yeah.
How to. In hip-hop outfits.
And in hip-hop outfits as well.
Yes, I'm sure a lot of people are like, wait, what? What's going on?
Even they were surprised to see themselves in this place. Yeah.
But it's good. You know, it allows you to have fun.
Yep,
it allows you to have fun. So where can people come for this masterclass? When is it showing? When are you getting
next weekend? That is 14. This is the weekend. Next weekend, 14th to 16th July at Brayside School, Mudangari. Tickets are 3,000 at the gate, but because Kenyans do not like to do things last minute, we have couple tickets at 4,500. We have squad tickets for 5 people at 11,000, and advanced tickets for single people is 2,500.
For single people, sounded so.
I know. Why is it? Even though they found 2 guys, like, are you guys gonna get a couple tickets?
Yeah.
Because there's 2 of you. I'm not saying you are a couple.
I know. But relax.
Relax. Easy.
So we're not saying you're a couple.
Get a
So
couple
tickets. There it is. Let's just put it up again. Any exciting other projects in the pipeline? Shorts from Africa?
Yes,
okay.
we want to do 2 masterclasses before the year ends, and we have a final show at the end of the year to close up a musical thingamajigs.
Yep.
Yes.
We can't talk about it much now.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The other one was how to have an affair.
Yes.
And then there is this one now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that was so interesting because we had audience members saying, "Hey, mwambie anasemanga hivyo." It was that kind of thing where a line is said by a character. Nice was playing it was like women versus men, and we were like, no, that was not the point. You guys are just like, anafanyanga hivyo, and we're just like, no.
Guys have come there, they're personal, they're relating
They're
too
beef.
much. Yeah, they're relating too much. They want to get on stage. They want to get on stage. But there you have it. Please make sure that you get the tickets. 3,000 if you purchase now, right?
No, at the gate.
Oh, at the gate.
2,500 right now.
Oh, 2,500 now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then what are you waiting for? If you're 2 friends, that when they say a couple, I don't know why people only imagine you should only be in a relationship.
Like, honest.
If you're a group of 5, say couples, and 1 third wheeling guy, no, just get the tickets. Get the ticket. The driver. Get the tickets. Thank you so much, guys. John, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
So nice
thank you so much, Nyokabi. I feel like Nyokabi and Nice are here every 3 months. Right on the next play. You said in December.
Yes, it's
around
October.
We'll be here.
We'll be back.
See you soon.
My co-hosts who are not paid. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Now, if you do love film, if you do love theater, if you love original shows, trust me, you get so many shows on Showmax. They're just really endless. And like I said, now that you're starting the weekend, you're looking for something to binge watch. I think I binge watch Fridays because I get home, I can't sleep, so I just binge watch until around maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. I know, I don't even sleep, and it's all because of Showmax, okay? So like I said, they have Faithless that premiered yesterday. In case you didn't watch it, you have to check it out. Here is the trailer.